Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Transfer Roundup. We've got another episode today, and we are kicking things off with Leo Messi. The news broke yesterday that he cannot be signed up. Barcelona have messed up royally. Leo Messi is going to be a free agent, well, for about 2 or 3 days. It seems like he could be going to PSG, but I saw the press conference. He was crying. He could barely breathe. They were all just clapping, and it's just a moment in history. We'll look back at that day and just think, wow, the day that the best player of all time, arguably, in my opinion at least, the best player of all time, was moving away from his club that he's been at for 21 years. I don't know what kind of money we're talking here. Of course, a free agent means they can sign him for free, but I can imagine the sign-on fees will be ridiculous, probably in the tens of millions. I've heard his salary will be 25 million a year, which is more than Neymar and Mbappe combined, I believe. It's a ridiculous move. It really is, but they can get it done apparently. So we are going to see not MSN, it's going to be MNM, right? Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, and that is a frightening front three. But of course, to give you my thoughts on this, I'm really sad. La Liga will never be the same. We lost Ronaldo years ago. We felt that, and now we're losing Messi as well. But surely PSG have to win not the Premier League, the Champions League. If they don't win the Champions League with Messi up front and Neymar and Mbappe and Di Maria and even Icardi thrown in there, and maybe more players if they're going to be signing them, there's still a few weeks left in the window, then they have no hope and they should just delete their club. But it is true, guys. If you haven't read this, I don't know how you haven't read it, but Leo Messi will not be playing at Barcelona next season. Now, up next, we have Lukaku. You can see, linked to Chelsea. I've got Chelsea listed there. The money is a little bit unknown at the moment. I'm just going to say it's over 100 million. I believe it's about 100 to 115 million pounds, or is it even euros? It's crazy. This guy was literally a Chelsea player. It wasn't even that long ago. Didn't quite work out at Manchester United, but will it work out at Chelsea? It could. He could be exactly what they're missing. They are ruthless at Chelsea. They've realised that Werner isn't enough. They've realised that maybe Havertz can play as a number 9, but maybe they want to explore other options there, and they're just getting in the market and bringing in a player no matter the cost. It's unbelievable. So Lukaku will be a Chelsea player in the coming days. I think Inter Milan are in financial issues just like Barcelona are. And it seems like it's a done deal, which is mental. It's happened so quickly. I cannot believe it took Inter Milan so long to win the league. It was 11 years, I believe, something like that. They finally do it, and then they just fall apart. There's loads of players being linked with moves away. We'll be talking about Martinez coming up, his striker partner. But Lukaku will be leaving for around 100 million, and he'll be going to Chelsea. Chelsea, man, why did they just let him? Why let him go in the first place? They've let go of some crazy good players that have turned out to be truly world class. Just to name a few: De Bruyne, Salah. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? But also linked with Chelsea. Oh God, I'm going to get his name wrong. I think it's Koundé. I might be wrong. Young French centre back that plays for Sevilla. Do you know what? He's not your typical centre back. He's quite short. I believe he's 5'11", which isn't crazy short. But I'm taller than him, and I'm not a pro centre back. I don't know again the exact financials of this. They're exploring this as the deal after Lukaku. But imagine if they bring in both. They're already European champions. They've got huge pull power right now. Thomas Tuchel, arguably one of the best managers in football right now. They are putting together a seriously good squad. It's frightening. It really is. If they get this deal done, he will slide into their back three, no problem. They seem to rock that back three a lot. It seems to be working really well for them. I can imagine he would do very, very well in the back three. Personally, with centre-back partnerships, if you're playing four at the back, I like to have one centre-back that's not mega tall and mega slow. He's kind of the quicker version of the two players. And then you've got the tall guy. I always think of Mertesacker, Koscielny. It was like the perfect balance. You've got a huge, no-nonsense centre-back, and then you've got the centre-back that's a little bit quicker, a bit more mobile. He is literally that. He is going to be a superb player. Already is a superb player. and he's going to be playing for Chelsea next season at this rate, which is frustrating. But of course, we mentioned Lukaku coming in. Surely that means, even with Koundé coming in as well, that Chelsea will have to sell a player or two. And one player that is linked with a move away is Abraham. I've put unknown because we don't know which club he's going to go to, but it looks set that he will be leaving for around £40 million. West Ham, Arsenal, I believe even Crystal Palace are looking at signing him. I don't know who he's going to go to. It makes more sense, I think, for him to potentially make a move to Arsenal. It's still within London. But then again, West Ham's still in London. And the only way I'd argue that Arsenal would be a better proposition is purely because the club is bigger than West Ham. But realistically, we're not better than West Ham at the moment, and it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up going there. If I was him, I wouldn't be going to Crystal Palace. I really believe that he should be going a step. It's still a step down, but a step further than Crystal Palace. They do look like they're going to do well this season with the new signings they've made, but I've got a feeling that Abraham's going to go to West Ham. That's my feeling. I know Arsenal are looking at him, but we have other targets, and one of them is Martinez from Inter Milan. Now, the problem is we don't know how the Lukaku sale is going to impact other player sales. So just to briefly talk about Inter Milan's situation, it does seem like they're in such a dire financial situation that they have to liquidate assets. They have to sell a lot of their players. And that would mean, of course, Lukaku leaving might not affect Martinez leaving. It could be that both of them go, and I think they're potentially looking at Zapata, I think his name is, from Atalanta. He could be... Wait, is it Atalanta? I think it is. He could be coming in as a new striker, and then they could probably live without Lukaku or Martinez. Is it going to affect it? I don't know. Martinez is linked with a few clubs. Apparently Tottenham have made a bid, which is supposedly accepted. But then I'm hearing reports that Martinez wants to stay. I don't know what's going on, but Arsenal have been linked with him for a few days, almost a week now. 70 million, around that kind of price, we'd be able to bring him in. Is he what Arsenal need? I'd argue we need a right back and a centre midfielder more, but I wouldn't complain if we brought in Martinez. But at this point in time, my prediction is he will be staying with Inter Milan unless things change very quickly. But selling both Lukaku and Martinez, that's tough. We've also got another player linked with Arsenal a lot recently and for years now. We've got James Maddison, who played in the Community Shield yesterday. Leicester, of course, won that against Man City. It was a really good game. He played quite well. Did it look like he had other things on his mind? No, I don't think so. I think James Maddison is one of those players you kind of dream of signing him as an Arsenal fan because English, we need more English players, of course. With Brexit and how the regulations might be changing over the coming years, you might need more homegrown talents, then yeah, this makes sense. But for the reported 60 to 70 million, is that worth it? It's a lot of money. And would he stunt the growth of Smith Rowe and other players? Maybe. I'm not so sure. It's definitely a good thing that we're linked with players like this, though. He would elevate the club. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But there are other options out there, and one of them is Bernardo Silva, but I've heard he wants to leave the Premier League. He wants to play in Spain, I believe, is his preferred destination. So I've put unknown, but Bernardo Silva, it is confirmed by Pep himself. He wants to leave. He doesn't want to be at Man City this season. There were reports that maybe he'll go in January instead of now because they haven't been able to get anything going. But 3 weeks still to go in the window is a lot of time. Bernardo Silva would be one of those players I would welcome at Arsenal with open arms. I love this guy. At Monaco, he was my favourite player, for sure. And then he joined City, had a very good few seasons. The last 2 seasons, especially last season, definitely hasn't done as well. But apparently 40 million would be enough. So you're saving 20 million by getting someone like Bernardo Silva ahead of James Maddison. Who's better? No doubt in my view that Bernardo Silva is a more accomplished player. But Maddison offers something a little bit different. Maybe he's a bit more direct. I feel like Bernardo Silva is definitely more versatile, though. You know, you can play him on that right side. You can play him behind the striker. You can even play him as a number 8 if you really needed to. Technically gifted. What a player. I think he's going to go to Atletico Madrid, though. I have a feeling he's going to go to Spain, at least. Up next, though, we have Varane, another rumour that's basically done now. Varane's, I think it's around 45, I don't know, but 40 to 50 million, done deal, reportedly flying out to Manchester over the last few days. He will be a Manchester United player, and it's crazy. Varane, people will argue that this is one of the best bargains of all time. Getting a World Cup winner, Real Madrid starter for a good chunk of the last decade. This guy is a certified baller. 28 years old, though. 1 year left on his contract. 50 million. I mean, he'll be getting add-ons and things like that, a sign-on fee, whatever. Bonuses will add up. It's a lot of money for a player that's got 1 year left on his contract, but it's an absolute steal. It just is, isn't it? He's going to improve their team so much. They've already signed Sancho as well. Incredible bit of business. He will be superb for them. Another centre-back coming to the Premier League is Romero. It seems like a done deal. He's going to be joining Spurs. Yeah, we just lost to Spurs. That was great. I really enjoyed watching that. I like Romero, although I haven't seen much of him. Everyone's raving about him, and he's going to Spurs. What a waste. Best of luck to him. Great player, and it's around, I believe it's a loan and then 55 million at the end of the season, potentially. We'll see. But let's go on to confirmed signings that have literally gone through, paperwork done. First one, of course, record signing. The first time we've gone over 100 million, right? I think Pogba was close. Bale going to Real Madrid at the time was obviously the other direction. But this is monumental, guys. Jack Grealish, is he worth this kind of money? The thing is, market value is difficult. You can't just go based off market value. It means nothing. Your value is what a club is willing to pay. Man City have so much money. This was just how much they're willing to pay to get him. And Aston Villa, as I'll show you in a moment, are reinvesting this money very well. They're going to come off, I think, better off in a way. Jack Grealish is a great player. But is he 100 million great? I don't know. I don't think I would have done this deal personally, especially with Harry Kane available for maybe just a little bit more. And now Lionel Messi's available. Maybe Man City could have got that done. The number 10 shirt's gone to Grealish as well. So sorry, Messi. You can't get your number 10 shirt now. He's definitely going to go to PSG. But Jack Grealish, the new most expensive signing in Premier League history. Is it going to stay that way for a while? Probably not. We're probably going to see something even bigger, and it could be Lukaku. But I talked about Aston Villa reinvesting. They've gone and signed Leon Bailey for 29 million pounds. Very good deal, good business. He's been great over in the Bundesliga. I remember he was linked with Arsenal a few seasons ago. And yeah, he's a really, really solid player. And I tell you what, Aston Villa mean business. The whole bidding for Smith Rowe, they were willing to pay a lot of money for him. Clearly, they've had other targets instead. Incredible deal. I think he's going to be superb for them. He instantly gets into the team. And of course, this has to go down as the surprise signing of the window. And it's the last player that we're going to talk about. And that is Danny Ings. I haven't put his name on it. Danny Ings, out of nowhere, signed for Aston Villa. It literally blew everyone away. On social media, everyone was like, what? Where did that come from? 30 million is the price. Up to 32 million, I believe. Absolutely insane. It just came out of nowhere. No one was expecting it, and it was a done deal. They kept it very quiet. Aston Villa have reinvested, a good chunk of their money in two very, very good players, and they've still got links out there with players like Ward-Prowse, another Southampton player. Maybe he'll join. I honestly believe Aston Villa will be a threat next season, especially with a player like Danny Ings. But guys, back to Lionel Messi to finish off with. This is the biggest moment in transfer history, in the recent history at least of football, modern football. Lionel Messi, for the last 20 years, has arguably been the best player on the planet, or the last 15 years. And his time at Barcelona has come to an end, and we're going to see him join PSG. I just want people to remember that we're very lucky that we've been alive during this phase of modern football, that we've been able to witness a player like Lionel Messi play. We don't see many players like him come around, and that era's over. Just think about that for a moment. Lionel Messi is not a Barcelona player anymore. It's crazy. It really is. I hope he does well at PSG. I would love to see him just smash it. And of course, over in the French league, he will score a lot of goals. There's no doubt about it. But will he be anywhere near as successful as he was at Barcelona for a few of those prime years, no chance. But him, Neymar, Mbappe, Icardi, Di Maria, it's disgusting, isn't it? But guys, thank you so much for watching. I've nailed this in one take. People are watching on stream right now. You must be thinking, I've smashed it. I decided to record this while streaming. We've put it together with the help of the chat. Some incredible business, incredible rumours, and there'll be more to come. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.